Patriots and listening audience. I'm doing a quick unannounced Spreaker show. I got something that's really on my heart, and I'm very aggravated about it. Listen, this incident that took place in Waco, where the police department ambushed our brothers and sisters who were there to hold a peaceful political / bi-monthly motorcycle club, not gang, club meeting. This goes on across America on a regular basis. Chapters of different motorcycle organizations get together. They go over events that are coming up. They go over political, the politics, transportation, safety and riding, what they're going to do for the communities, how they're going to work together. This was a peaceful meeting in Waco, and the mainstream media is demonizing the motorcycle clubs. It turns out what we already knew to be truth is the police spokesperson is a lying sack of shit. He's a liar. It didn't go down like they claimed. They murdered our brothers and sisters, and one of them was mine. They murdered Wayne. He had gunshot wounds to his head and his torso. Where are all these knife victims? Where is the ballistics information on what weapons the bullets came from? And where are my bikers and my vets? Where are my patriots? Why have we not converged on Waco, surrounded the damn city, and shut it down? 9 people were slaughtered. The thugs who are paid to protest in Baltimore and Ferguson because some of their people were killed by police officers. Destroyed cities and killed police officers after the fact. Attacked whites in the street. Bashed them in the head with trash cans. Stomped their skulls and kicked them in the face, knocking them to the ground. Why are they not in jail? Why are those black thugs not in jail? Well, I'll tell you why. Why aren't they in jail for organized crime? For looting? Organized an event that took the lives and property of people, that injured individuals, innocent bystanders? I'll tell you why. Because we've been usurped. They demonized the police departments to the black community to the tune of the deaths of over 8 police officers in the last 2 months. Murdered by black people. You know how bad I want to say the M-word, and I'm not going to do it on this broadcast. I'm going to try to keep it as clean as I can, because I'm extremely angry. Then you got some black idiot POS, think you can figure that one out, who writes for Salon.com, wanting American white privileged America to take responsibility for their white thugs. Let me tell you something. My people are of all colors. First of all, you idiot. And I'm talking to the editor or the writer of the piece that was written in Salon.com. I'll go get his name in just a minute. I'm just a little bit angry. The whites did nothing. They're not motorcycle gangs. They're not outlaws. They're not thugs. They walk in every facet of life, and the majority are vets. They're trying to demonize the vets. They're demonizing the bikers, call them gangsters and thugs and outlaws. And, now there's some idiot from CNN talking smack about, I think it was CNN, and I'll go get that in a minute as well. I just read it, so I just read like 5 articles. I'll go back and get names and be more specific. Talking about, the veterans that ride for the banditos, been criminals, murderers, and outlaws since the 60s, blah, 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 blah. Now the veterans that ride for them are getting C4 and hand grenades and all kinds of crap, and they're threatening the police department and their families. Bullshit. First of all, hand grenades are not accessible. Can they be had? Absolutely. Our government gives it to the drug cartel and the terrorists every damn day. C4? I don't think so. Everything's traced. Homemade explosive? Possibly. But I guarantee you our bikers have not threatened anybody, anywhere with such whimsical nonsense bullshit. But I'll tell you what, we have 172 people whose mugshots didn't have a single mark on their faces. On their necks, no blood, no lumps, no bruises. What the hell? Where are the marks from this great, big, explosive assault on one another? Where's the evidence? There is none. Nor is there video inside or outside of that facility or the other businesses that substantiate or prove that lying piece of shit cop, spokesperson, his lies. I want to see the ballistics. I'm putting the Waco Police Department, the Waco District Attorney, the government of Texas, the law enforcement in Texas on notice. This is not how this ends, okay? Where are my bikers and vets? Where are my million bikers? Why haven't you converged? Where are my patriots? Why haven't we shut the city of Waco down? Why haven't we surrounded it and demanded that the charges be dropped against the 172 individuals that actually survived the ambush murder, the murderous bastards, the police department that killed 9 people? White people. If we're going to make this a racist thing, Mr. Writer for the Salon, how about we do it this way? Our people didn't attack, loot, or destroy anything, and they didn't take a life. How about that one? How about that? Why don't you shut your racist, lying, pig of a mouth down? Black America, you're tired of being our conscience? Why don't you clean up your thugging, entitlement, wielding, crying, criminal mouth? Why don't you just shut up? Why don't you get your people in check? Stop pointing your finger at us. We can't even touch the crime in the black community. If half of white America wanted to go lawless, we still would have to spend years on a daily basis committing those crimes to catch up with you. So shut your friggin' mouth. Shut your mouth and sit down. You're only dividing our country further. We have black people in the motorcycle organizations that were there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because we're not separated by color until you separate us. So shut your stinking mouth up. Somebody please contact him at salon.com for me and challenge him to come on Rage Against the Regime podcast, live broadcast, prime time, and I will slaughter the retard with facts. Facts about how many white lives are taken by police departments, and we don't do the things the black community does. George Soros, buddy, If I ever get within 10 feet of you, I'm going to exercise my right to perform a citizen's arrest and use every force I need to do in order to complete that task. Won't kill you, but I'll sure bump and bruise your ass if I have to get you in a pair of cuffs. George Soros is financially behind the rallies. Not rallies, the protests that turn into riots, that cost billions of dollars to the economy, that ruin people's lives, that separate America, that pits black against white. Hey, George, I'd like to slap the taste buds out of your mouth, you pig. You demon from hell. You're sick. There's something wrong with your brain. Back to Waco, now that I've done my rant. I'm so livid today. We have Memorial Day weekend coming up. Memorial Day. We all know what Memorial Day signifies. I expect we're probably going to be targeted with some kind of false flag attack. We know the reason the ambush went down the way it did with the motorcycle clubs in Waco. How odd. Once again, the Waco Police Department slaughtering innocent people. Ooh, shock, horror. David Koresh, ring a bell? Waco compound, ring a bell? Children murdered by the government, burned alive, ring a bell? Will these bastards stop at nothing? Will these pigs stop at nothing? And we the people sit like good little girls and boys and we just take it. Meanwhile, Wayne left children behind. Yeah, that's right. They destroyed an entire family with that one man alone. Friends and family. Children orphaned by a government that slaughtered, murdered, ambushed American citizens. It's called war, people. That's a declaration of war on the people right there if I ever saw one. Ugh, I'm so angry today. I'm angry because I'm not seeing one person, not one, Enrage is a huge show. I'm not seeing one biker organization, one person who organizes events, not one has reached out to me. It's been a week. Almost a week, okay? Nothing's being done. We have 172 people sitting in a jail in Waco, Texas under capital murder charges. The cops killed them. But my people, my brothers and sisters, my patriots, my vets are sitting in a jail with a capital murder charge on their heads. Their lives are destroyed. Their families are destroyed. The financials are being destroyed. Their credibility, their character is being destroyed. $1 million bond for organized crime. What the hell is organized about having a meeting? How is that criminal? How is that organized crime? And we sit, just like we sit with a handful of people on the Texas border, stopping the real organized crime orchestrated by this government. I am so angry today. I'm so angry. Listen, you know what? Last week I did an apology show, and I shouldn't have done it. You know why? Because I don't really care if you like my language. I don't care if you see my temper. I'm a human being. You know, for those who keep saying, Becky, we want you in government, but you can't cuss like that. You can't show your temper like that. I'm not a robot. I'm a human being. You can't control your temper. You'll get us in all kinds of trouble. No, it's a lie. I can control my temper. This is my moment to vent. The radio is my vent. I can control my temper. If you don't want me in government because I'm a human being and I got backbone and I'll stand up and call a dog, and get pissed off about what's going on in this country, then so be it. So be it. Go pick some spineless, I don't know, play pretend, contemptuous little lawyer, or the likes of, to massage your brain with feel-good bullshit and portray themselves as the most self-controlled individual with the wisest decisions at heart, and let them lie to you and put some more of them back in government. And I'm going there because I've used a few expletives in this broadcast, and I'm showing some anger. I am so angry. Why the hell aren't you people angry? Is it okay with you what's happening? Is it okay with you what's being done? Is it so okay with you to sit in the comfort of your home and complain on the internet? Is it really? I mean, seriously, is that the most motivation that I can get out of you? Is an uncomfortable moment inside the four walls of your home? Is that it? Is that the most action we're going to get out of you? Are you so cowardly you can't pick up your weapon and go secure our border? Are you so cowardly that you can't go into Waco and stop the injustice? I mean, good God Almighty, they killed 9 people and they're destroying 172 other people, putting them in custody under false charges and charging them with capital murder because the cops killed them. Organized crime for what? Breaking bread, having dinner, and a conversation? Most likely about the current events. Listen, even the Facebook pages are proving the cops are a liar. Broadcasting the meeting, exactly what it was going to be about, what it was for. Yet we still have 172 people. Well, a couple of them have bailed out, because they were fortunate enough to have that kind of funding behind them. But we have 172 families. And 9 dead. So what? We have 181 families completely friggin' destroyed. And now they're targeting they're saying they can't wear, the motorcycle clubs can't wear their vests, their colors. They can't fly their colors. Really? Are you serious? Homeowners associations telling us to take our flags down? Nazi bastards, part of Agenda 21. There shouldn't be a homeowner association. They're going to tell our motorcycle clubs that they can't identify who they ride with. Really. More bikers have been arrested just because they flew their colors on the back of their backs on their bikes, riding down the road, and they get arrested. Really? Really? Really, America, you going to let this happen? Are you really going to let this happen? Are you going to rise up? Are you going to continue to be spineless? I'm not saying go in guns blazing and be violent, but by God, show up in numbers and let them know. Let them know that we're not going to tolerate this. Let them know that they have to let those people go. Who's defending them? Who's there I'm going to get in my car, I swear to God, with my bullhorn, my American flag, and I'm going to fly every kind of patch I can possibly fly on a jacket. I hope I don't get shot for you motorcycle clubs out there. If it happens to be your patch, it's because I'm representing strength for you. Okay? It's because I'm protesting that you're being demonized. It will be because I love you and you're my brothers and sisters. Listen, it's all about taking the guns. 90% of those bikers are veterans or the family of a veteran. That ambush was nothing more than Jade Helm being set up in Texas. We're painted hostile, and they ambushed our brothers and sisters, and they murdered 9 people. Imagine if that were your family. Yeah, your mom, your dad, your brother, your uncle, your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, because Wayne was about to get married. Yeah, he had a fiance, and he had children, and their lives are destroyed. And we sit here. And we sit here, and we allow these kind of assaults on our people, on our soil. We're being murdered. Where are my bikers? Where are my vets? How come there's not 1 million bikers surrounding Waco right now? How many police departments do you think that they can actually muster up to arrest you for exercising your First Amendment right? Take your vest off if you're afraid. Ride your bike in there anyway. Carry your American flag. And you get so damn loud that it's deafening. You get in their faces and you let them know enough is enough. More whites were killed by police officers last year than blacks. More than twice the number. Now we've had an all-out ambush on biker clubs, many of whom were Christian bikers, in a parking lot, and they're sitting in jail. And I'm not saying they're better than the rest of them. I'm mentioning that there are Christians up there in that biker club, and they're calling them organized crime. They're demonizing Christians and veterans. They're demonizing motorcycle clubs. I ride a Harley. I don't fly any colors. I ride a Harley. I have a Harley in my driveway. It's mine. Doesn't belong to anybody else. Belongs to me. And I'm associated with many bikers. Many. I party with them. I go to the birthday parties for their kids. I go to cookouts. I go to meetups. I go to weddings. I do toys for tots. I do, oh my God. I feed the homeless with the bikers. There's so much they do for the community, and you're going to sit there and you're going to let them thug you out on TV and have some black-ass, ignorant piece of shit writer for a group called Salon.com telling us we're white, how privileged we are because we're white, and to take responsibility for our thugs. He kept saying thugs. They're not thugs. They're people who actually do something for the community, you dumb son of a bitch. Unlike those thugs that destroyed Ferguson and Baltimore and stand up and scream and cry every time one of their thugs loses their life for resisting arrest. For threatening the life of a police officer or another individual. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Stop destroying our country and killing our people. Black, white, it doesn't matter. Black or white does not matter. It's a human life. Get it through your thick skull. God, I wish somebody would contact that idiot. Let me go in here and find his name. I'm just going to go. I got to do some digging. I've got to find his name. But I'm just so damn angry. I am so, seriously. It's like, when does it stop? Well, it won't until we stop it. It's not going to. We have reports. It was a political gathering, people. They weren't fighting over a rocker patch or any of the lies that you heard come out of everybody else's mouth, and all the speculation and conspiracy had nothing to do with flying the Texas rocker. Period. It just didn't. There's proof of it. And now you've got the government taking down the Facebook sites. How clever of them. Huh? How clever. Yeah, Facebook is working with